Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Scattered Brilliancy. My name is Travis, and I'm here for a quick review of the season finale of Season 4 of Married at First Sight. This was the decision-making episode. Obviously, I haven't made a review since several episodes ago. And let me just say that overall, the season has been extremely boring. And I guess maybe that's because watching Season 3, I kind of was maybe spoiled in the level of interestingness that was going on. You know, Season 3 was very entertaining. It was very interesting. The couples were very interesting. And this season was just very blah. It was just real blah. And, you know, I feel like I kept getting built up for stuff and I would just get let down, you know. So that's why I didn't bother doing any more reviews, because nothing really was happening. You know, one couple lost, you know, we lost a couple halfway through the season, and then the other two couples weren't really doing anything. I was already tired of Team Too Much, and I'm still tired of them today. And, you know, Nick and Sonia, they were getting on my nerves because they were just so different. You know, Sonia was just so over emotional, and Nick was just so cut off and closed off, and everything with him was just so, I mean, you know, I try to talk to her, and I don't really understand what to do. I mean, you know, you can only say so much, and this is how he was talking the whole season. You know, it was kind of right here. And Sonya was very, and I tried to tell him that this is what you gotta do, but I think he doesn't understand me, and that part is really frustrating. So all of that, just I couldn't no more. You know, I was rooting for Nick and Sonya, you know, so. But I was just tired of seeing halftime split between them and Team Too Much. And then, you know, we were getting random appearances from Heather and Derek for why. I don't understand. What was the I guess maybe, you know, payroll was like, we already had them down on payroll and we got to, you know, fulfill this contract, you know, fulfill our contractual obligations and continue to fill up some of this time space. But there was no point in us checking in on them. Who cares? Yeah, they decided, well, she decided for them to get a divorce. There's no point in us checking up on them and seeing how they're doing. And I'm not understanding why we're reuniting with them next week at the reunion. No one cares what Heather and Derek are doing with their lives at this point. Nobody cares. Let me just say, did anybody notice that I'm feeling like Married at First Sight has gotten biased with the men and their names? Did anybody notice that the initials for the men last season were the exact same for this season? Trey, Tom. David, Derek. Neil, Nick. Like, can we get some couples with some different names? Maybe. Let's not even go as deep as saying David and Ashley's relationship was the worst of the season. Derek and Heather's relationship was the worst of the season. Neil and Samantha, Nick and Sonia, the kind of odd couples in both seasons. I'm noticing a pattern. A&E, you ain't gonna pull the wool over my eyes. I see what you're doing. Okay, on to the decision. I don't really feel like anybody was surprised that, you know, both the couples decided to stay married. I wasn't surprised, and we fast forwarded through 85% of the episode just because we didn't want to miss the build-up. And when I tell you that build-up was something serious, it was something serious. I'm more than convinced that the producers of this show going into the decision day, they tell these couples, all right, I need you to be as dramatic as possible. In between your statements, I need you to say the alphabet all the way through in between the statements. And they're like, okay. That's my Lily mouth. Lily got a big mouth, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that was the only thing that kept me kind of interested in watching them, was like, her mouth is big. Like, it's almost like a trout mouth. I didn't talk about it during the season because that's disrespectful, but she got a big mouth. And when she kisses, like, she uses like the whole bottom half of her face to kiss him. She's like when she's kissing him, almost like it's like this. Like, I don't know how it looks on camera. Go back and watch some of them old episodes. Like, she like spreads her lips like all the way like this to kiss him. I hope that's not disrespectful. But this is how the decision goes. It's like this. Cue the dramatic music. I feel that what we've been through is amazing. And it just... it would be crazy of me to let this go and I want to stay married. And everybody is like, and the other person is looking at them like, and myself, I'm looking at the TV like, why y'all gotta take so long? Like, jeez, it is so dramatic. But I guess they had to do something to make this season somewhat interesting. But overall, I give this season a C for effort. I see that they're going to Chicago next season, and I'm not gonna make it about race, but I'm just gonna say if y'all don't have at least one black couple on next season, Travis won't be watching. It's as simple as that. You can't be in Chicago and not have a black couple. You know, I know Chicago isn't all black people, but the fact that y'all was in Miami and y'all had the racial selection that y'all had was, you know, a little disappointing to say the least. So, I mean, you know, we'll see what happens in early 2017 with Married at First Sight Season 5, the final season, hopefully. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, you know, this season. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know if I'm going to do a review for the reunion. Who knows? What I thought about was I should have been doing live streams when the show came on, like turning on like Google Hangout and watching it with y'all, that way I could give my commentary as it was happening. You know, maybe I'll do that next Tuesday. That ain't no promise. That's just an idea at this point. But we'll see. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the season finale of season 4 of Married at First Sight. And I'll be talking to y'all later.